Beep, beep, beep. Yo, is that Eddie? Eddie. Hey, listen, fire up the turbine. Us at the Armoury about to go live. We're going to talk about you. Yeah, we're going to help you out about your whole contract thing, innit? Yeah. The Armoury TV. Yeah. Mickey Tex watches us. Yeah. Who have I got on? The main man. You'll see. Tell you what, fire up the turbine. I'll get the intro going, and we'll just get this show on the road. Yeah? Cool? Yeah. All right, nice one, Eddie. We'll do this. Let's do this. Yes, it is Wednesday lunchtime, which means it's Lunchtime Lounge time. And today, I got the man. You might have seen him all over AFTV this week as they were down there in Lagos, Niger Englishman. Talk to me, bro. How's it been?
Oh, yeah, now, my people. You knew I had to throw one of those in the video, 100%, bro. Big up all the Arsenal fan base. Big up AFTV. I mean, it was an epic trip for them over here. They definitely know the love Arsenal have in Nigeria. And just so you know, the foundations of a lot of that love for Arsenal started in 1999. That's when the big splurge started, when Carney signed for Arsenal. And then, yeah, bro, it just all transferred from there. So we're still, even though we've had a tough 10 years or so, we're still the dominant team supported in Nigeria, 100%. Obviously, that next generation, unless we win a few more trophies, it could change. I'm hearing a few kids supporting City here and there now, but boy, Arsenal till I die. And we represented for the Armoury, One Touch TV, Tunnel TV on AFTV. So big up, everyone. Let's go. And Arsenal won on the weekend, which also did help, because if they came and we lost, it would have been a completely different vibe, man. But big up Robbie and the full gang, man. It was nice to meet him, and it's super humbling experience for him. And obviously it was great for us to meet him, because I don't think half of us would be doing this football thing if AFTV didn't really set the pace. So big up.
It's true, exactly. However you feel about AFTV, they are the pioneers at the end of the day.
100%.
You know, they do have different kind of characters on there. So, you know, something was going on out there then. Obviously we haven't seen you on this channel since the West Ham game. So let's just get your quick view on that game, from what you saw.
For me, it was a proper snatch and grab game for me. Like, it was the first time I can't remember another game this season where we've won so ugly. Like, you get what I'm saying? I mean, it was a typical Arsenal. We score, then concede within 5 minutes. I remember just saying after we scored and the jubilation and all the chants, I was like, let's just give it 5 minutes before we start getting excited. And then before I got excited, they equalized. Crazy, man. But I thought, and it was just before halftime, so I was pretty nervous about that, because conceding before halftime is never a good omen. But we went again, restarted the game. I still think Laka should have been bought for that second half, because nothing was sticking to Eddie. I know he had some good chances, don't get me wrong, but if you noticed, Martinelli was not in the game, and I do think that's massively because no one could take the space, could create the space for him to run into, etc. And that's what Laka does really, really well. So second half would have been perfect for Laka. But at the end of the day, Bobby Holdini and Gabriel, the centre-backs, got the job done. And I said it on my interview. I said I was most worried about no Ben White, because someone to carry the ball from the back as well. But Rob didn't only just come in, he came in and made a statement. Man of the match performance. If Connor Cody's got England caps and Tyrone Mings, there's no excuse for not drawing for this guy, bro. Facts.
I've been going on about it forever, and I'm not going to go on about it now.
Big win for the boys.
It was a good win. Look, we would have taken anything before that game, because you could have had two versions of West Ham. You could have a version of West Ham that were wanting to go out and prove a point, send a message to Frankfurt, and then there was another West Ham that could have just sat back and just rested everybody. But they played some of their big boys, so
for sure.
and
The
it
fact
was
that
an
they brought
important.
on in Antonio shows that they wanted points in that game, bro.
Yeah,
Could have just
yeah.
rested
I
them
think
and
they can
given
see
up.
that Man United are there for the taking. So, if all fails in the Europa League, they do want to qualify for it again. So, because I think at the moment they sit in the conference spot, didn't they? And nobody wants that.
West Ham definitely want that, man. They wouldn't mind anything.
Well, they won't mind that, and I think they will. I think they will keep most of their players if they still do play European football,
for sure.
even if it is conference. Because you look at the Conference League right now, and the teams on there, they're not bad. They're not bad teams.
Wait. You're saying that they'll probably keep all their players, but we should keep an eye out on movement for Jared Bowen in the summer, though. I don't know for who, but keep an eye on that, bro. Keep an eye on that for sure, man.
Yeah, I can see that. But then obviously he's English, isn't he? So if he wants to have a shot at the World Cup, he might want to stay at West Ham at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's true.
We can go into that another time. But today's stream was all about one Eddie Nketiah. There's whispers that we're trying to push for an extension on his contract for 2026. But obviously, there's still no decision made. Whether that's the player, the agent, we don't actually really know. But where do you stand with Eddie? Would you want to keep him on for that long, or even short if you wanted
to? This is not an easy answer. Let me try and give it some context, because I remember seeing Eddie. He broke on the scene Wenger days. It was a League Cup game, came on last few minutes and scored Norwich. 2 goals, the equalizer and then the winner. Like, I was like, right, who the heck is this kid? Like, because obviously Arsenal, we're always excited when we see a Halem boy come into the first team and score. I mean, the last guy we got excited about at that time was, I think, Iwobi at them times there. So I wanted him to progress. He gave me that fox in the box, kind of a smaller version of Ian Wright type of vibe from that first glimpse. That's what I was hoping for him. And then years on, I mean, we've had Emery, we've had Ljungberg, we've had Arteta. I mean, he's been seen by all these managers now, and none of them have had enough faith in him to give him a proper run of games until Arteta. He actually went to pull him back from Leeds because he believed in him so much. But that belief didn't transfer in him getting games. So it's kind of like, why didn't we just leave him at Leeds? And maybe he would have come back a better striker, but he wasn't playing as many minutes as we wanted in the first place. But Eddie, I just think Wenger was last managing 5 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't even know now. Something like that, right? 4 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago, yeah.
4 or 5, but he broke into the team 6 years ago, and he's still not really impressed to a level of a top team like Arsenal. I mean, I'm just right now, I don't know if the comments are going to kill me now or kill me when they watch it later. I just think, Eddie, this should be his farewell tour. Every game he plays, he should play well, maybe score 1 or 2 goals in each game. I don't care if he scores 10 goals between now and the end of the season. He's not an Arsenal striker, bro. And the only reason why people are asking the question about Eddie now is because he's just something different to Lacazette. It's not like he's what we need. We just needed something different. The team needed something fresh and new because Lacazette was kind of messing up. But I wouldn't be opposed to, if I were you, I'd probably start Lacazette for the Tottenham game, but that's for another day. But yeah, Eddie, for me, he's not good enough to be an Arsenal guy, but big him up for what he's done over the last couple of games, man. He's definitely put himself in the shop window for some other clubs like Everton, Southampton, Newcastle, Brighton, those type of clubs. I think he'd shine there. But playing for a big club like Arsenal, I think it's too much for him personally.
So would you not keep him, as a third choice? Because it's evident that we do need 2 strikers in the summer. I think Balogun, would he be ready, or do you reckon he'll go back out on loan? I don't know. I can see Balogun going out on loan again. If we do get these 2 strikers, I think we'll still need a third. We obviously confirmed Europe over the weekend, so we are going to have plenty of games for him to play in, especially in the Carabao Cup. But at the same time, he's probably looking at it now like, he's 23 at the end of this month, so he would want to seek some regular football, not necessarily first team football, but somewhere where he knows he's going to be wanted, I guess.
For sure. I mean, if this is a situation where Eddie had 2 years on his contract left, I wouldn't be too opposed to signing to keeping him because we're not really losing out. But and you mentioned something about Balogun there. I just think Balogun. I think you remember that season where he was in the last year of his contract where we didn't let him play. Remember that?
Was that last
year? Last season, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we had let Balogun go on loan that season, and this year was his second loan, I would have said, yeah, he's ready for that, being the third, fourth choice in the first team. But I believe we kind of wasted a year of his career, so another loan is definitely needed. I'm seeing him at Middlesbrough. He had some glimpses, but you can just
he's
tell
not done a lot there, is he?
Yeah, he's not quite ready just yet. So I think he needs another loan. And it would have been nice to have a player like Eddie that can just be the fourth choice or third or fourth choice there. But his contract is up, man. And I can't warrant giving him more money because he's definitely going to want a pay rise at the end of the day, especially how he's finishing the season. So that's more wages. And I just think we're just wasting our time renewing this, man. Great, like he's doing great. I want to sound ungrateful about how he did against Chelsea and how many chances he created but missed against West Ham. Let's be honest, he still missed chances. And even the Man U game, the chance before the penalty, he should have taken. I mean, he took the offside chance, but the chance he should have taken that. And if he was taking chances like that, I'd maybe be talking about him a little bit differently. But I just think, no, Eddie, sorry.
It's probably more of a system thing. I mean, you see the goals he scored against Chelsea, and there were ones where he got himself in like fox in the box like opportunities, and he toe pokes the ball, and obviously it gets the goals, and obviously he's got a lot of history with Chelsea as well, so he wanted to get one over them. Sure. I think what it is amongst the fan base is that we're actually seeing a striker that's hassling the defenders, winning these balls in critical areas. And in the weekend in particular, I would question his decision making because he's doing all the right things for me, but when it gets to that final situation, he keeps seeing the curler. He keeps going for that one. I thought the last opportunity he had, if he actually took it on the inside, he definitely would have scored for me. So I think
he was too predictable with his chances.
Yeah,
for sure.
He was, and Fabianski always knew what he was doing, and I think that's his problem is his decision making. But he's only young. Would I take him? Would I keep him? I just think it's going to be very hard for us to get two strikers in this window. That's my problem. So that's probably why I would keep him. I'm not saying he's going to be the guy.
So you'd give him what, another 3-year contract, bro?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the whole contract. This is the problem. It's the contract. Yeah. If he, like you said, if he still had a year, 2 years left, we might have spent.
It might be fine. It's not bad to keep him, but
but now, and like you said, he's going to want more money. Obviously, we won't have the money to get the players that we need, really need in. It's a really, really hard one for me. I'm not going to lie, but I wouldn't be against him going, and I wouldn't be against him staying. It's just the whole. Yeah, it's tricky. We'll have to see what happens in the window. Although obviously his decision making needs to be decided before the window. So I don't know. At the moment, my head is in a blur. But from what I'm seeing from him at the moment, and the fact that he's still fighting, he's still playing. He's playing for the badge. You see, he's doing it. He's playing for the badge. You see it in his Twitter accounts and that. You know what he says after the games. Keep pushing for Europe. Blah 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 blah. And I'd love to see it. So I don't know. Great attitude, but like I said, for me, it's the decision making and going forward. Is he the guy? He really isn't. He's not the guy. So I'm pretty much on the fence. So I'm going to look at these comments quickly because there is a few here. Our guy James is in the house. He says that he needs to go. He goes on saying, I mean, this is the most respectful way to both Lacazette is both shit versus shit. Eddie is slightly less shit. I don't want to take a dump on Laka because he's done a lot for the club.
Hey, I still pick Laka over Nketiah, but I just think we needed something new at that moment in time, and Eddie's just providing it right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. James gets Balogun third choice, so obviously he'd keep Balogun in. Yes, Lee, our guy, nice to see you. How you doing, sir? The football capital, big up, lads. Big up to you. Thanks for tuning in. James is
check them out,
waiting.
Football Capital. Great content, man. Big them up.
For sure. Yeah, hit that link. James Wright, he says Eddie Lacquer and El Neni bye. Okay. And he's gone further. He's throwing some names in there. He's going Jesus 35 million, Tammy 55 million, two strikers 90 million. I'm just throwing names here, by the way. I think signing two is very possible. It is possible, and we've got to be clever with it. We've got to be clever. And I tell you what, because James has put that there, what would you say to that?
Look, my issue is, for me, the time to sign Tammy would have been this season, isn't it? Personally, and don't get me wrong, he's had a year in Roma, and he's better than he was a year ago. Don't get me wrong, but just now, I don't know. First of all, I can't see Roma selling him after a year, especially how much Mourinho loves him and where his game's at. Exactly. Plus, it's like, and if I am gonna buy these strikers, it'd either be Tammy or Jesus. I wouldn't sign both those guys, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I'd sign my ideal combination of strikers. I got two variations: either Jesus and Nunes or Jesus and Osimhen.
Yeah,
like any of those.
I was actually watching highlights of Napoli's last game this morning, and Osimhen. I mean, he's a quality finisher. I just think when he's with Napoli, you just know how much money they're going to want for him.
That's my only issue.
Didn't they sign him for 75 million?
Exactly. So
they're going to want
to sign him for less.
At least I want 100 mil for him.
That's the issue. But
because that's the dream. I'm for it.
Yeah, the only difference is because now I'm sure you can see, other than really Juventus, these Italian clubs don't really have money. So if Napoli, where are they in the league? I know there's the two Milan teams are 1 and 2.
Keep going.
Juventus are 4. Like, if Napoli don't qualify for Champions League, then I think it really boosts our chances of getting him at maybe even for 70 million. So signing Jesus for 30, 35.
They're in Champions League.
They're in, right?
But they're third, 35 points played, 35 games played, 70 points. That's 11 more than Roma, who are 5th. So, yeah, I can't see them letting Osimhen go. As much as I'm with you, I've spoke to you many times about Osimhen. And how much I'd love to see the player.
He's the ideal guy to lead our line, man. But
wonderful hair as well.
Exactly, man.
But yeah, I'm with you, Jesus. I think Jesus is a wise buy for 35 million. And look what he's doing at the moment as well. Since he's been linked with us, he's been banging in those goals.
And have you noticed, since he's been linked with us, he's been playing as a 9?
Yeah,
and he's been usually and the good thing about Jesus is he can play it all the way across, so he can do a situation where if we sign Osimhen as well, Osimhen and Jesus can start a game together. That can work with Saka on the left.
It's all about the interchange as well during a match as well. So
when I first heard Jesus, I was like, But the more I think about it, the fact that he's worked with Arteta before, he's already used to the Premier League. He's probably won more than most of our squad as well. So that's another winner. And it depends what he's going to win this season. He's on track to get at least a double right now, like a league and Champions League. I don't think they'll do both, but they'll definitely do one. So yeah, this one is wild, Football Capital. I'll let you address this one first.
I was about to say, Alexander Mitrovic. Now, how many times have you heard this? He has one good season in the Championship, tears the Championship up, comes into the Premier League. You don't see anything. It's going to happen again. Right. He is a Championship player.
We've seen this movie many times round, bruv. Like, happens to, like, I don't care. He broke the records and blah, blah. It's the Championship. Calm the frick down. Do you get what I'm saying?
Not saying he's a bad player. You know, he plays internationally, but is he Serbian, right?
Yeah, Serbian.
Yeah. He's not getting ahead of Vlahovic, is he? So
I think he'd be perfect for like a Newcastle. I think he's got some unfinished business over there because he was there at some point, or Southampton.
Fulham, mate.
Yeah, he could do him under Hasenhüttl. I think he'll do well, innit? Like so, at Southampton or something. But Arsenal,
No, he's a good striker. He's a good striker, but he's not the guy.
He's not gonna consolidate the Champions League spots for us. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, and Nunes, obviously, will be all for that. I'm sure you're the same. What we've seen him doing in Portugal, not just in Portugal, but in the Champions League as well. Benfica had a really good run in the Champions League, and he was part of it. So only to lose in the quarterfinals against Liverpool. So I'll be all over that. It'd be expensive, but if you what was the asking price? 80.
That's why. Is he going to cost more than Osimhen? That's my question.
Well, I think Napoli will demand like 100 million for him. The fact that they bought him for 75, they're gonna want an extra sum. So that's my only problem. I would have Osimhen all day, like I said, but it's just how much Napoli will want for him. James said we need a big and small. We look at Haaland and Alvarez at City.
And that's why I want Nunes or Osimhen and Jesus. That's a perfect big and small combination.
I love that. I love that. Plus, they could probably play together as well. So
and they both bring us something different.
Exactly. Football Capital saying 60 million euros for Nunes. So you're looking 50 million. So yeah,
I'll bite your arm off for that.
If we do that and Jesus for you're looking at 85 million
max.
Two strikers like that, I'm all over it.
Like, I have a question for you, and the comment section, comment on this as well. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Watching now or watching later, guys, make sure. But how much do you think if let's just assume that we do consolidate that top four and we're in the Champions League, we let these players go, we reduce the wage bill a little bit more. How much realistically do you think we're gonna get for this summer, bro? With all those variables.
Realistically, it should be about 250 million, but it'll be 200 million, I reckon.
And
at most
200 mil, yeah?
I reckon we're looking at 150 to 200 million. You got to remember as well, we didn't spend in January. So,
like, if we get any less than 200 million, I will be surprised because of that January thing and because of Arteta has overachieved. And if obviously I wasn't a fly on the wall, but if I was, I'm sure I would have heard Arteta saying, "Yo, if you don't back me now, you got to double back me in summer, man. Like, I'm doing my best with the bare bones. I got Partey going for AFCON, Pepe, El Neni, and you're not letting me buy. I've got injuries." So I'm assuming that conversation went like, "Look, just get us in Europe and I'll back you. And if we do get the Champions League, go on."
What Tetsu do in the summer is burst through that door and say, "Listen, Josh, did you see what I've just done this season with this lot? Did you see that? Champions League with this lot? Spurs got Conte. Man United got all these superstars. Brushed them aside, didn't I?
Yeah.
Imagine what I could do with a squad." Do you know what I mean?
Bro, but you can also see the Kroenke saying, "Hey, bro, calm down. We had a good year. We're ahead of the game now. Let's just sustain." You know what I mean? So, boy, this is for me. I've moved away from the whole Kroenke's out, our board.
Yeah,
you know what? And the reason why is because I don't know about you, Tony, but have you ever seen protests, fans talking shit on the internet ever leading to an owner saying, "Oh, do you know what? I'm going to sell the club now. Yeah, this is not for me."
No,
like, look how long, what's his name, was at Newcastle, and he was the worst
Actually, he got pelted. Like, if he's sat in public, he's having coffee thrown at him and all sorts.
And he was there for time, bro.
Yeah,
he dealt with like 3 relegations, and he was still there. I believe he was hustling other owners, saying, "Yeah, you can buy us. Give us a little deposit and I'll consider it." Then he'll pull out, nah, not selling. Because how many times did we hear that Newcastle are up for sale over the last 10 years? But it's only now they've actually been sold. So I've moved away from the Kroenke's out situation because it's not going to happen. I'm just going to say, these are our owners. Last summer, they did back the manager. Now let's see if they can follow that through now. Let's see.
Yeah. They got an extra few bob as well, you know.
Winning
Super Bowl money.
yeah. And
Avalanche
that stadium is making them money because it's like a shopping
making
mall
them.
as well.
Yeah. And they're not the only team in that stadium.
Oh, is
So
it? Who else is there?
LA Chargers, my team, they're in there. So and also the Avalanche are in the Stanley Cup Finals, favourite to win it in the NHL and the ice hockey. So yes, even more dough coming through. If they don't give us a little bit of that, it's not like Walmart's struggling as well, is it? So
Exactly.
do you know what? Do you know what I mean?
You can get a loan of the missus if you need to, Cronky. No problem.
Exactly. James says we've got lots of assets to sell, and we've got a few coming back from loan. I can't see Nelson staying. Guendouzi's going to be gone. Maitland-Niles, I think Mourinho wants to keep him.
Does he?
I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along. But listen, I think anybody would take Maitland-Niles if we could get a cheeky 20-odd million from anyone in the Premier League as well. So some of the teams that have come up might want him.
You see Ainsley,
I can see him at a Bournemouth.
Thing, he really frustrates me because I was hoping he was going to be our James Milner, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sometimes gets a run in the side. He can fill in left back, right back, centre midfield. And like Milner, if you look at Milner's CV, like many players would love a CV that by the end of their career. Do you get what I'm saying? So being another James Milner is not a diss, bro. It's a
actually,
big up, if anything.
Let's actually go on to Maitland-Niles just quickly. Because you look at our situation at left back, and you sometimes got a situation with right back, and then even in the midfield, he would be perfect to have in our team.
Perfect. He would have definitely got games this second half of the season. So I really don't know why he pushed the Roma thing, because didn't he know the two centre midfielders are going for AFCON? And I think these times Xhaka was injured at the time. I don't know, man. I think he missed a real big opportunity for him to launch his Arsenal career.
Yeah, and if you think about the whole left back situation with Tavares, he would have covered there. He's covered well at left back, and he's covered well at right back. So I think, like you said, having a versatile player like Milner, he could be that guy. But I guess at his age, he's 24, 25. He wants to play a bit more. He wants to be a first team starter. He wants to play in midfield. He doesn't really want to play anywhere else. So I think that's probably the issue. But I wouldn't be against keeping him.
You know, I don't know now, because the one difference between him and Milner is, even though Milner became a utility player, he still had a year and a half of regular first team football at Aston Villa. Remember when he was at Villa, he was like a definite starter there, so he had a chance to really find his feet a bit more. And I don't think Ainsley's ever had a full year where he's been a regular. Yeah. That's the only difference. But
and the way he burst into that Leeds team as well. So I hear you.
It's a mad one, man.
It's mad to think how long he's been around for, actually. You think he leads to... It's mad.
Crazy,
it's mad.
Crazy.
James is predicting around 90 million sales and wages gone. Okay. So what we...
He's helped us out.
He's got a list here, actually. Here we go. You know how James does.
I love it, James.
So he's got Armoury 10 million. Actually, I think he's got a revised one here. Let's go to this one. So he's just realised he's put Armoury 10 million. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, no one's paying that for him, bro.
Armoury 5 million, Leno 10 million. You get a bit more for Leno?
I think we could. I reckon 15. Come on, you're being harsh. I think we can get
15 at least, surely. Better in 10 million. Yeah, I guess so. Pepe 20 million. I'd say for 30. I think you can persuade someone.
We definitely can't get 30. 25.
Surely.
Best, he's in the toilet, man.
25
this Nelson thing though, isn't his contract up?
I don't know.
I think his contract's up this season.
Has he got a year left?
I'm not sure, man. Let us know in the comments. I'm not sure.
Yeah, James, I'm sure he's looking at it right now. You know he is. Maitland-Niles 7.5. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Torreira 10 million. Guendouzi 10 million. Wasn't Guendouzi 16? Wasn't that?
Nah, 10. It was 10. It was 10. I thought Torreira was 16 or 15. That's what I thought. Oh, he's got 1 year left. Extend.
Cheers, James. Nice one.
Big up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. But James, you're the man. Mavropanos 5 million. So
wait, about Mavropanos, bro.
I like him.
If he didn't get sent off in that Man U game, I believe his career might have been different, because I liked the first 2 games I saw him in. No one could tell me he was worse than a Mustafi at the time or a Callum Chambers at the time we were playing him and all that. So Now I'm hearing that another club want to buy him for 30 million. 25, 30 million, I'm hearing, bro. So
What for Panos?
yeah,
I'll take it.
all day long, bro.
I'll
All day
take it,
long.
and he's worth that. I think. I think
He's still young, bro.
we missed a trick with him. I really do. I really do think so. But listen, we got Saliba coming back now, so and from what I hear, he's prepared to fight for the season ahead. I think he knows that we're going to get the games, and I think he's going to like, right. If I just wait, I'll play at some point, and I'll show what I can do. I think it could be competition for Gabriel.
Who's Saliba?
Yeah.
Right, like, and I've not wanted to say it for a while, but I've been dropping little sprinkles of my issues with Gabriel over the last few weeks, man. Like, I love him. Don't get me wrong. I remember some fans charting for him to be captain and stuff. He's definitely not ready for anything like that, mate. I didn't think I would say it at the start of the season, but Ben White's been our best defender this season, mate. Like, I never thought I'd say that because Gabriel was my guy last year, but he just has a couple of memory lapses where he does too much or he doesn't push the guy enough. Like, I don't know, man. Gabriel's been a bit suspect to me this year. He's still a quality centre back, don't get me wrong, but you're right. I think Saliba will push him more than he'll push Ben White, and I've heard that he's been playing as a left centre back for Marseille anyway, and that's Gabriel's
he
position.
definitely was for Nice and Cincinnati, and not too sure Marseille to be honest. Big Dogs is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Bigging you up, Nigel. I know, like he's included me as well. Thank you, brother.
Hefe, that's El Hefe.
Gabriel's good, but when he has an incompetent, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. It doesn't help when he hasn't got Scaly next to him.
That's a good point, James. That's a good point.
But he does scare me because he does see this red mist sometimes. He does something stupid, and that's always been my worry.
The Bowen goal for me, he should have been a lot tighter on Bowen. Should have been a lot tighter. How is it? Thanks, James. Yeah. James is on fire today. Big up.
He
James,
is. He is. It's a shame he's not been able to jump on. He's multitasking, James. He's working and then watching us at the same time. So we appreciate that, James. Thank you, bro. Is there any? Look, I want to talk about El Neni just quickly. We got to keep him, right,
bro? Some say he's the most informed Egyptian in the league right now. Like, I'm not one of them, innit? I'm not one, but I've heard that being said in some spaces. Do you get me? But El Neni, like, this is the coming of age of El Neni for me because I've like as much as he's El sideways, I saw for the first time in the Arsenal career he did 2 forward passes in one game, bro. 2 forward passes in one game. That's number one. Number two, I think against Man U, I even saw him then he drop a shoulder, bro, and take a man on. I'm like, what is going on here? But look,
did you see that ball for Nketiah against West Ham as well?
Yeah, bro. You see, like he's a guy that I think you need at least 2 or 3 El Nenis in your squad in terms of mindset.
I hear you.
I know I'm not a first team regular, but whenever you call upon me, I'm gonna give my all. You know exactly what to get from him. He's not gonna take risks. He's not gonna really take on players. He's gonna keep it simple, side, and keep the ball, and that's it. So for me, I still believe we.
And he loves the club.
Yeah, proper. He'll play anywhere if he just wants to be on the pitch, mate. So I wouldn't be opposed to keeping El Neni. It's a bit different to Nketiah because El Neni he's paid his dues at Arsenal. He's gone on loan. He's come back. He's been the difference maker in the last 3 games. No one can deny that
for sure.
So if he got if he left, I wouldn't be pissed. But if his contract got renewed for another 2 years as a squad player, I wouldn't be upset at all. It's not like he's gonna start a lot of Premier League games anyway. We'll probably use him in the cups and against lesser sides in Europe. So I wouldn't be opposed to it. James, come on, man. Have a heart, bro.
Stop it. Period Perlo needs to go to Galatasaray, saying. James, no. No, big Dogs gets it. He gets it. Look, keep El Neni, get rid of Eddie, keep Holdini, get rid of Laka.
And one of the reasons as well I'm saying keep him is because, look, at the end of the day, bro, we're going to be in 4 competitions next season. And as much as I believe that we'll do stuff in the summer, like how much are we actually going to do in the summer? Are we going to sign 6, 7 players? I mean, that's not. It might happen. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an Arsenal move. Like Arsenal don't tend to do things like that. So if I can rest my head a little bit and say, okay, we'll sign 4 or 5 players, but we'll keep like an El Neni as a squad player, it'll ease me up a little bit. I'm not saying he's a worldie or anything, but he's a good squad player to have there. Man.
You got to factor in the World Cup as well. Players might come back missing, and we're going to need like an El Neni because Egypt aren't in the World Cup, are they? So I think they missed out.
Knocked them out.
Yeah. So you got to think about also. I don't know how it's going to work in terms of when the cut off is before the World Cup, and then when we come back from the World Cup. I don't know, but we need to factor in, that as well when it comes to personnel we bring in or keep. We're going to wrap up shortly, but I want to talk about the top 4 thing quickly because we've got to.
Okay.
John, hang on, just quickly. I've just seen this comment. I like Douglas Luiz. I do like him, but over El Neni, I don't know. I would trust El Neni more, man. I would trust El Neni with my life.
The thing is, if we sign a Douglas Luiz, it wouldn't be to replace an El Neni. So I just don't want him anywhere near the club. It'd be like they'd be signing him and sell it to us like the upgrade of Xhaka. I think that's how they'll sell it to us. So I'd rather stay away from that Douglas Luiz situation.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, cool. Maybe he just likes his missus. Yeah. Big dogs. Yeah, it's not as though we were going to be playing Tillemans against Wimbledon in the League Cup 4th round. That's where the Egyptian goat comes into play.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's true. Big Dog gets it.
It's true. And yeah, just look what he's done for him. It's the experience, isn't it? That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, top 4 quickly. Obviously, Spurs are playing Liverpool. And I tweeted this out yesterday saying anyone that knows football will know Jurgen Klopp will not be happy with that first 45 minutes last night against Villarreal. So Spurs better watch out because I think that first 45 minutes,
mate,
they're going to come out.
Do you know what? Yeah. I don't know if you were like me yesterday. When it was 2-2, I was praying, please don't go to extra time because these lot are going to be knackered for the Spurs game. I was like, no way this will go extra time. So I was so happy that it was done in 90 minutes. They got it done early so he started making substitutions, resting players for the weekend. That's exactly what I like to see. So Liverpool are gonna dismiss Spurs, and we just have to do the job at Leeds. And I know Tottenham fans might think I'm trolling. I'm not trolling. I am more nervous about the Leeds game than I am about the Spurs game. Don't get offended. It's just the facts. I think if we beat Leeds, we're definitely beating you. I'm not even going for the draw. We're gonna eat you up because you're gonna come and play us because you know you need the points and you can't draw that game. And that's going to play into our hands and we're going to pick you off. I can't wait to see Saka versus Sessegnon. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see Martinelli versus, what's his name? What's that guy's name again? Emerson Royale.
Emerson Royale, yeah. Was it Chicken Royale? Was it
Chicken Royale?
Yeah.
And I know Hong Min, he still has flashbacks of when Tomiyasu made him his son. I know he still has flashbacks of that. So if Tommy's in the side, problems day for Tottenham. Top 4 is on.
Tommy has to be like, remember me?
It's me again.
But listen, I'll be honest, right? Leeds, it's not going to be easy because now, obviously, Everton beat Chelsea in the weekend, so Leeds need points. They really need the points. So they will. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be an easy game, and they're playing a lot better these days. I know they just got pounded by City, but who doesn't get pounded by City? But as for the North London derby, I'm always going to be cautious. But I'm confident. But ask me again after these games in the weekend. I just want it done. I just want it done by after we play them because Newcastle away worries me a bit, and even Everton at home because they might need a win in the last game of the season or draw or something. So I just want it done. I want it done by next week we're playing them. So that's all I'm saying. Big Dog says no. Hang on. Well, we see that one there. We already know. Now I would love to see Villarreal get to the final. Liverpool won't lose to Spurs at no cost. 100%. We may look silly after, but you never know. This is the thing about Spurs. They would probably do something like that. They probably would end up beating Liverpool. Then they lose to Burnley or something. So,
do you know what it is, right? I was on a stream with Deji yesterday, and he said he can predict Liverpool losing that game. You know, he's a gassed up Tottenham fan anyway.
yeah, I know Deji. Big up Deji.
Like if he's relying on taking 3 points at Anfield to secure this top four, as in, it's hard for me not to feel a bit confident. I'm not saying it's definitely not done. It's definitely not done. But I feel if it's a head-to-head Arsenal versus Tottenham, and Arsenal have the advantage with 4 games, come on, man, we got to see this through. It's Spurs. It's the Tottenham. It's the history of the Tottenham.
The history of the time, yeah. Oh, and the return of St. Tottering Day. It'd be lovely. James, an North London derby is a must not lose for us. If we draw or win, I think we qualify. Now, if they lose and we win, the difference is only 5 points. So we would have, if we draw against them, it'd still be 5 points. So yeah, it's not done. Beat them, then it's done. At least top 6 is secure. Yeah, that was
achieved my goal for the season.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, we'll be gutted. Obviously, we'll be gutted because it'd be at the expense of Tottenham getting it. But yeah, job done. So I'd say it's safe, whether you like him or not. Man like Tets. Yes, Canners. What we say. It's got you a good lay there. That's
I don't know who Prince Akunle is, viewers. So please let us know.
You, apparently. We haven't won away at Spurs since 2005. I think it might have been 2013. It was definitely was it that Thomas Rositzky goal? Was that the last time we beat him there? In the league.
Wow, really? Wow.
Yeah, I think it was that 1-0 Thomas Rositzky second minute goal, whatever it was. He just smashed it top bins.
Look, we're gonna do it, man. I mean, with a worse team, if not for Kolasinac, we would have beaten them a lot sooner in that stadium. But he's not there anymore. I know, but we got.
We should have beaten. We should have beaten them. I think it was the one at Wembley. The penalty, Aubameyang
last minute.
Yeah, there was an infringement there, but the referee did nothing about it. So
yeah, and then also the one where Laka scored a screamer from 30 yards, and then Kolasinac gifted them an equaliser.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about man like Kolasinac. It's just
Tavares,
bro. What is it with our left back since Cole? Honestly,
I would be nervous to see Tavares against Kulusevski. Let me not lie, though. Let me not.
Yeah, that's potentially scary.
Scares me.
Yeah, because we spoke about before, when we did one of the transfer shows in January, and we were hyping Kulusevski up. We were like, yeah, we'll have him. So it kind of, I don't like the fact that he's there.
Backfired. Yeah.
It's not like we could turn around and say he's crap now, can we? So
exactly, he's definitely a baller, man.
Or maybe we'd say that's what. Do you know what, James? Yeah, no. Did you see that 5-0 against City earlier this season,
mate?
What?
As crazy as it sounds, it's a debatable discussion. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're both really.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, they're both really bad. It's something that.
Do you know what? Tavares is young, man. So
he's got time.
With a bit more coaching, I think. Yeah, I do like how he goes forward. I do like that. But that's all I like, if I'm honest. But anyway, yeah, Nigel, it's been a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure, bro.
Talking Eddie and El Nens, man like Mo El Nens.
Yeah, me.
Top 4. Yeah, listen, if you're rewatching this, let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to see what you got to say.
Yeah, and in the comment section, these are a couple of questions I'd like you guys to answer. How much money you think we're gonna get in the transfer window in summer? Should Eddie stay, and should El Neni stay, or should he go? Let us know. Please
do answer, and we'll get on there and we'll have a conversation about it for sure, 100%. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Nigel, like I said, thanks for joining me. You're a celebrity now, and I appreciate the fact that you're still talking to us directly and not through your agent. as Boots put that in the chat last night.
I'm not Boots, man. I'm not Boots. You can book me directly, man. You don't need to go through the agency to get me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only a Boots
I
thing.
hear you. He's the one with the nice kitchen, isn't it? So
Exactly, and
he's
the
definitely got
football pitch in his
got-
garden. Big him up.
Yeah, 100. Make sure you are subscribed and you like all everything in the Armoury TV. One Touch as well. You also find Nigel on Tunnel TV, and the Football Capital was the other one, wasn't it? We'll find him anyway. He's on AFCV as well. Nigel is everywhere. Everywhere you can't miss him. You can't miss him.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, the links are down there. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and all that's left to say is, come on, you Gunners.